So I figure I might as well show how I give Alys medicine. Here she is in her hospital den. She's been awake before me lately. Hi, the little girl. And this is always a chore, so I have her 5% Albon fluid here. This is for her coccidia infection. Stuff dries out really fast and becomes extremely sticky. I can't blame her for not wanting it. Anyway, she's got to take 3 milligrams of this, and normally I suck some up, push it out, and then suck it up again, so I get rid of the air bubble, so I know exactly how much I have. And right there. Place it on the towel, wipe this off so it doesn't get in her mouth, on the outside of her mouth. And before I do this every morning, I also wash my hands like twice so that there's no contamination. I would wear gloves, but the thing is, she's a slippery little girl when I do this. She does not like taking it. Apparently, it's nasty. It's not as bad as the Panicure. With the Panicure, she would really fight me. It's like she would smell it coming and start preemptively getting away. So, and the last time I gave her the Albon, she used her water bowl as an anchor and tipped everything over. Oh. I'm trying not to set things on any surfaces. I mean, these are all cleaned thoroughly every time that she passes any stool, but I just don't want to take any chances. I really don't want her to get reinfected. I'm hoping that this is not crypto, that she will just cooperate today. So, there you girl, there my little girl. Hopefully I can show this process, because it's just me. Nobody in my family likes to touch the snakes or deal with the snakes or any reptiles. Well, that's not true. My leopard gecko is a family favorite, but not the snakes. Hey baby, don't bite me. Not that she has ever tried. So I grip her behind the head, push this. The camera's gonna make it hard to push this up under her lip. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay, come on. Rotate it in to pop open the mouth. Push it down her throat and just slowly push it in. And done. Okay, baby. There you go. There you go. Oh. This technique has been way better than the first couple times I was trying it. Before, I would try and leverage open her mouth on just one side. But now I go in on the left and pull it back to the right and then push it down in her throat. And that has been way, way more effective than just trying to squirt it in there, because before she was spitting out more than half of it. I better wipe that up. So she gets this stuff on her body. She has trouble moving. Don't run through it, honey. So like I said, after it dries out, the stuff becomes incredibly, incredibly sticky. Which is why after I get it in the tube, I try and administer it as soon as I can. Now she's going to run away and sulk. She was all hopeful when I first opened the bin that she was going to get to come out and play. She's like that every day. It's like she forgets that she has to take the medicine. I'm kind of grateful for that, because I'm terrified. Well, not terrified, but I'm afraid she's going to hate me after this. I'm afraid all the snakes are going to hate me after this. All the snakes that are in the basement at the moment are all hissy and upset. They're uncomfortable. It's not the regular substrate they're used to. Everybody's on paper, because I'm looking for mites. Haven't seen any so far, but they're going to have to stay in the basement until the other 2 snakes are treated. I don't think I mentioned it in the last video, because I had recorded it on the, hey there, darling. I had recorded it on the 2nd of July. Today is the 19th. Here, I'm going to get another one of these tissues. I go through tissues so much these days. Not just because of my allergies. But I had mentioned it in the last video. Well, I had mentioned in the last video before this that there was something going on with that snake rack. And basically what's going on is, bless you, Alys. She just sneezed. I hope she didn't push some of that out through her nose. How you? Oh, she looks okay. But Yeah, so the only 2 snakes in here now are Cinder, my sable, and Pookie, my male Arctic toffee. Both of those have coccidia as well. That's not how I was expecting it to go. I was expecting all the breeding pairs that I had bred together at the beginning of the year to have coccidia. So I thought Zod, who's down here, would have it. I thought Chaz would have it because he was the backup male who bred with Klaatu after Chaz prolapsed to hemipene. Who else? Timothy I thought was going to have it because he bred with Alys. But apparently this coccidia infection is more recent. So maybe I caught it in time to save her life and their lives. They're still not on medication. The vet is so busy. This new COVID variant is so contagious. Their whole measures that where you have to have a proof of vaccination in order to enter didn't do anything for them. Their doctors are still, getting sick and having to, stay out of the office. So appointments are few and far in between, and I don't have any other reptile vets that I can actually go to within, a reasonable distance. So she's going to get checked up probably sometime next month. And we're going to recheck her stool sample to see if the medication is taking. She has to do 2 more weeks of this medication just once every other day. Thank God, because she hates it. And these guys are getting their vet visits on the 21st, which I made the appointment a while ago, like at the beginning of the month after I found out that they have coccidia. So, yeah, hopefully I'm not waiting too long. There's no emergency vet visits for this sort of thing. But yeah, every other hognose except for Zod, because he's enjoying his bioactive and there's nothing wrong with it except for pinworms, apparently. All that's going to have to get tossed out when I treat him. Everybody else is down in the basement, and they are unhappy. So, let's take a look at this little girl one last time, because I don't get to touch her often. Good girl, Alys. I love you so much, Betty. I love you so much, baby. You better get better. I miss holding you. That's a good girl. It's a good girl. I gotta lead her over to her water. Anyway, that's just a quick update. Hope you all have a great day.